Today we're going to talk about a ubiquitous little product, the Volt Stick. I'm sure every electrician carries one of these in some form in their pocket. The brand we sell at Wattmaster is a Volt Stick brand from Sagab in Sweden. It's a very high quality Volt Stick. We have extensive operating instructions with the Volt Stick, and I'd like to stress, if you're not an electrician, don't use it. It can be very dangerous in the wrong hands and should not be used to test for live. Should only be used for indicating voltages for electricians. For example, if you have a lot of active conductors coming into a switch plate or on a switchboard and you want to find exactly which conductor you're looking for, Volt Stick's great for that. The Volt Stick detects electromagnetic fields emitted from cables. This Volt Stick here is called Volt Stick Sound. It gives a sound. As you see, I've put it here near the lead of the heat gun. The tip lights up, gives a sound. This Volt Stick is always on, always detects, and the battery is only operating when it finds electricity. Always find a live source, check it. Live source, now you know it's right. Make sure that you test with a multimeter if you're going to be testing for safety reasons. But for tracing cables and identifying a live cable out of a bunch of, it's a very useful product. Saves you finding a neutral, saves you touching actual live cables with probes, but it's not for making safe. So also available is the Volt Stick Pro 230, which carried in the head of it is this little device here. Once you extend this onto your probe, this becomes a normal Volt Stick. It has the sensitivity of a normal Volt Stick, so we can get it on the cable, and as you can see, it lights up here when it's near the cable, the same as a normal Volt Stick, but without sound. But you can see there's a red light there. Once we remove this device, just place it back in its carrier here. It does nothing in the carrier, it's just carrying it. We now have a U-shape here. Volt Stick won't light up now unless you get this U-shape around the conductor, which is very handy in a congested lot of wiring. Like, as you can see, just get this normal Volt Stick near and it goes off. Now, if you've got a lot of cables, you can't differentiate which cables are live, but taking the Volt Stick Pro 230, we can see it won't light up now that we're just touching the cable, but once we get it around the conductor, it'll light up. So in a switchboard or dense wiring situation, you can identify the individual conductor by placing the Pro 230's C-shape here around the conductor, as we've just done on this lead. We have a number of different Volt Sticks for different voltages. We have one for hazardous areas, which is intrinsically safe Volt Stick, and we also have a 50 volt Volt Stick, a 12 volt Volt Stick, but 12 volt AC. We don't have a DC Volt Stick. What also Volt Stick has is the magnet stick. This magnet stick detects magnetism. I have a small magnet here from the handle of the Volt Stick. Place it near magnetism and it lights up. This is very handy for solenoids or magnetic actuated devices. So, for example, rather than opening, if you're not sure if a solenoid is actuating or not, whether it's a mechanical problem or it's not actuating with the field, we use the magnet stick to detect the magnetism, saving opening the terminals and checking for live electricity. We have a large range of test instruments designed for the small to medium contractor, from multimeters to insulation testers, and this is one of our test instruments.